I've said to recognize member for not fly, so member for not fly, make your question.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Before I raise my question, let me thank you for recognizing me. And secondly, another thank you because you recognize the opposition. And the opposition is that we've been very punctual since 10 o'clock this morning. So you have the right to
Honorable member,
us.
you make your
And I want to
question.
thank you.
I've
And give
given you the
preference to
privilege,
us,
John. Don't use that privilege
talking
to.
online, lo government, lo punctual. That's what I'm trying to say. But let
your
me ask my
question.
question. My question without notice is to the Prime Minister. And I would like the Minister for Mining, the SOE Minister, and the Minister for Trade and Foreign Trade and Investment to take note, because the
Honorable member, before I'll interrupt you, you have asked for a supplementary question to make a question related to the Minister for Works.
sorry,
Now, since then, I've given you the privileges, you have changed your question to ask the Prime Minister. So I remind you that don't use the supplementary question or point of order so that you can change your topic of question, but I'll allow you to ask your question to the Prime Minister. Go ahead.
Sorry, just to correct you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I never stood to ask a supplementary. I only stood up and he was the one. So he was the one. So it's
Honorable member, you go ahead, ask your question.
Thank you. Thank you. So my question is in relation to the a state-owned company called Mineral Resource Development Company, initial MRDC. I've got a question in relation to that company, but before I ask a couple of questions to the Prime Minister, I would give some background information so that it helps to understand and make a clear question. Mr. Deputy Speaker, firstly, I rise to raise this question as a host district member from Western Province, where the giant OKTEDI mine is being mined, and on behalf of the people of Western Province, where it concerns more, and the issue around the management of the equity funds that the people of Western Province hold, but it's been managed by MRDC. I want to inform this House, Mr. Deputy Speaker, MRDC is a state-owned company through an act of Parliament called MRDC Privatization Act 1996 that manages all these funds that's derived from the mine or petroleum company or development. And Mr. Deputy Speaker, any Prime Minister of PNG is automatically the trustee to this company. I want to also inform you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, OKTEDI Mine is now a state-owned company after it was expropriated in 2013, with equity distribution as follows. National governments hold 67%, the mine villages hold 9% under a company called MRSM, Mine Impact Community hold 12%, a company called MRCMCA, and Florida Provincial Government hold 12% under a company called MROT2. And all these three Western Province entities are subsidiary to this fund manager called MRDC. Again, the Prime Minister is a single trustee to the state's 67% of OKTEDI. I do not want to elaborate on the history of OKTEDI, but the concern here is that the mandate that this company, MRDC, holds on managing the beneficiaries' funds. Today, the aggrieved landowners and all the key beneficiaries, including provincial government, LLG districts, have a very concern here today that there are 33% equity in OKTEDI has been a concern. There is no single audit today to confirm that MRDC has invested in Western Province using their funds. Mr. Deputy Speaker, MRDC has used Western Province people's resources to benefit the rest of PNG, especially Port Moresby, Fiji, Australia with grand investments at the expense of Western Province people. And just to name a few investments, we have a hotel called Pels Hotel in Fiji, Hilton Hotel in Port Moresby, and PNG Air Company, Dirio Power, and all the few to name. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I'm getting closer to my question, but before that,
make your statement and
before the expropriation of OKTEDI mine, the MRDC was already investing in so many businesses prior to the expropriation. I swear here today in this house that none of that investment that they have invested previously, they have not declared one single dividend as of today. On top long end, they are now managing that 33%, the equity that belongs to people of Western Province. I also informed this House through your Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, is that they are declaring the same dividend that OKTEDI declares and pass it through them to pass it on to the beneficiaries, the landowners, and everybody. In Tokpisin, Bami Tokosem, Marit Antaplo Marit. It's a fun thing. How about you declare him not money, but somebody makes and you pass it on. So that's the issue. MRDC consistently maintains that the role is to utilize money, no, invest. No God want development come up no place. So therefore,
Honorable Member, I see
are,
the importance of what you are raising. We are running short on a time of question time, so you make that short and ask your question.
So therefore, my few series of questions that I would want to raise to the Prime Minister is that question number one. Mr. Prime Minister, through you, Deputy Speaker, can you give an undertaking to this Honorable House that under your leadership you will ensure Western Province exceeds MRDC this year after the full audit? Full audit is undertaken on all the previous investments and continuing now with the 33% equity managed by MRDC as the fund manager. I would rather say that this will be Western Province 50th anniversary gift for supporting PNG's development progress through the mine for the past 40 years. Mania Narplaman Holim na manage him here. Emino carry 1 plus something. Second question, Mr. Prime Minister, can you give an undertaking to task the Security Commission to investigate MRDC on the use of Western Province 33% equity? And the last question, Mr. Prime Minister, while on the matter about MRDC, I further take along a case about preferred area sister district called Teleforming, has been beneficiary from OTML under Teleforming Development Agreement, which they have secured an NEC endorsement for them to be paid annually 20 million development fund by OTML. Since last 5 years under your tenure, I seek clarification on this as it's an injustice to the host North Fly district and other 3 districts of Western that do not get such direct development funding from OKTML. Therefore, can you as a trustee give an undertaking by doing a honorable thing, ensuring that NEC endorses the same development funding agreement to be given to the 3 or 4 host districts in Western Province to be fair? Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.
The Honorable Prime Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I would like to thank you long Member Block not fly or ask him this important series of questions pertaining to MRDC and OKTEDI mine. Firstly, me like talk. This is talk expropriation. I don't think, Mr. Speaker, I may write something. Resource. If you look local history before Papua New Guinea government, Kisim Islam mine, 2001, then government give him indemnity long BHP, long environment, long fly river Bagarap. Now BHP talk, if like indemnity, na mi plug warna go finish. Let me start. Long some court case, all people long fly river, you put him. Long destruction, long fly river. And so long this court case no in progress, 2001. BHP amito me go and me giving back mine come reply. But the structure of the mine, Mr. Speaker, was conveniently done in such a way under the label of sustainability and continued operating under sustainability. PNG Sustainable was stood up or created. And the mine was run with no interest and benefit for PNG, but to the trust deed arrangement of PNG Sustainable. I mean, run him come in up long 2015. Me like Senaplo here, me opposing government long, current opposition big party PNC. Me like put him on record, talk thank you to PNC. And kiss him this mine come back 100% of country. So I think this local expropriation, you may not can use him. I'm talking about line outside. You got right to fight to interest to you inside, but PNC government.
Minister, we have point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I think the point of order is against the statement by the Prime Minister to say that Miplam not can talk expropriation. Expropriation is a word, it has a meaning by definition, and that's what occurred. It didn't mean that it was wrong, but that's what occurred. So we cannot come to Parliament and say that Miplam not can use this word because MLAO line outside. It has a definition. So for the interest of the people for Papua New Guinea, those shares were expropriated back. And nothing wrong with that, for the right reasons. So just for the purposes of appropriate record keeping, that's why we talk point of order or talk, you mean I can talk, not can use him expropriation, because that's what it was. Thank you.
Allow the Prime Minister to respond to the question.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, year 1975, time he established a place I'll call him Nigrum. I know I speak English now. Nigrum am long OKTEDI area. I know clear word English now, expropriation, so I was me using Karangi, me talk sorry long. Never long. Mereng. But good luck question, member long, not fly making. You got right law, ask him a question. I want to point, and the issue on MRDC, I think there's a need for transparency. Long notice, yellow notice paper you may got. Page, I don't know which page it is, but notice 52 M talk. MRDC submitting finished report law 2019-2022. Stop law parliament. Please kiss him na email gonna read him. Report stop finished law parliament, report long 2019-2020. The companies, they're in the process, and me stop also selder by trustee na ex-officio. You know, me at James Marape, one blow man blow tarik at 1% sale or what. Tomorrow, Narlaman kissing Prime Minister, and stop ex-officio trustee selder too. And so, but I need to watch me, me current this first report coming, law 2019, now 2020. Stop finish law, handle email members of Parliament. Some of the time, even as I read him, I come talk, look in Facebook, that's all, I have no talk. So me encourage him, read him the report, looks inside the report, one him aswa stop. And you can pick him last one up, Salim go government to one Mipla look, but we've asked already for 2021, 2022, 2023, especially it's a triple year before 24. On report will come inside. Mila giving Belisi, as we speak, unqualified financial audited report by come close to the parliament by a preview or looking at the report very soon. As you look into the report, financial statement, bank balance, bank account, the entire structure of MRDC in its business, investment and the structure of MRDC could be ascertained in the fullest. Deep inside lies that the OKTEDI related landowner companies and their business investments. But just to give you all some picture, today MRDC is a total investment body, possibly bigger than NASFund and Number One Super. Their total investment balance sheet sits above 14 billion kina. 14 billion kina. Deep inside, the OKTEDI related businesses, close to 2-3 billion kina all in all, asset and balance sheet. But the exact detail the leader wants, I want to give you full assurance, we'll finish that, so that he could look inside, we all could look inside, because it's a matter, we represent our people. I fully understand where he's coming from. He needs to know exactly what is happening, whether there's a value for money in being with MRDC or not. On the other question he asked, whether we can give him commitment or exceed him MRDC. This is not a commitment that Prime Minister alone can give. It is it's a company. There's a subjective process. Today, as we speak, because we've asked OKTEDI Mine to look into ways to extend our mine, OKTEDI has confirmed that they've given 20 more years to life in the mine. This demands review in the mine operation. The governor, whilst he's in our government, has been a strong voice for Western Province. He's been asking strongly, vigorously for a review that gives greater respect to the people of Western Province in respect to not just the historic past contribution OKTEDI has made since 1984, but as we put on 20 more years to OKTEDI, how does OKTEDI benefit in terms of equity, royalty, compensation, and the just due that is befitting of a great resource contributor to our country. So I want to assure the member that the process, whether to exit MRDC or not, is not subjected to James Marape or the Prime Minister. It is subjected to a process where the consultation does take place. Him as leader of his people and all those who are in MROT or all the other two companies, as part of the review, they can say we want to exit MRDC. If the majority agree they want to exit MRDC, I don't think there's anything that could stop us, again, subject to the due process and the people's wishes through the due processes. I want to also, his reference to OKTEDI, that agreement in 1984 does acknowledge teleforming, I beg your pardon, agreement with respect to teleforming. The agreement in 1984 does acknowledge teleforming district. Of course, teleforming is part of the greater Min people in that central west part of our country. And so the 1984 agreement does acknowledge teleforming as a special district that has an association with the Min people in the OKTEDI mine area and the impact areas. That has not been properly, the benefit that they are supposed to gain in as far as participating in the mine has not been properly disbursed to them for over many years. And since we took office, we reconciled this, we made commitment. Because they are not beneficiary to equity, they are not beneficiary directly to royalty. But as people of the same area, supposed to have some sort of ex gratia or support, and so we've reconciled this to a cabinet process. But again, when we go to the extension of 20-year, the 20-year mine extension consultation, the Western Province people, the associate people in and around the periphery of the mine area has a right to bid in the new mine consultation that will take place.
Honorable Member, what's your point of order?
I want to correct the statement by the Prime Minister. The history, the record books is that there were two agreements signed when the mine started. It's called Teleforming Development Agreement and Kyunga Lake Mari Development Agreement. So the two didn't eventuate, and only recently when we activated Teleforming came on board. But we are saying that why not activate the two same time? Thank you.
Honorable Member, I'll allow the Prime Minister to complete the reply to your question. Prime Minister.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, if the member cares to allow me to complete, this will be answered, and he has the opportunity to do a point of order after I'm retired from this question. But in any case, so part of the entire review we're looking at this. OKTEDI is the biggest contributor to our country as far as mine is concerned consistently since 1984, and we will not be ignorant to all these things. They're now giving us 20 more years, and people in that area deserves a total envelope of support from us. But talking about funding, the good member is asking as if his district has not been supported with funding. I want to put that we will conduct an investigation into how a 700 million kina funding that was sitting there when I became finance minister in 2012, funding parked under CMCA funds and non-CMCA funds. This fund has been totally depleted, and we will call for a review. Some of these funds may have found its way into North Fly District. Some of these funds may have found its way into South Fly District, or into Delta District, or into Western Province, or into every Tom, Dick, and Harry who were flying in and out of Western Province. So we will check. 700 million kina worth of development should be on the ground in these areas. When I was finance minister, there were people shopping around for us to concoct the trust instrument, and I put a stop to all these trust instruments that would give an indication that these funds is to be used elsewhere. This is an infrastructure fund. As a result of the trust deed in shutting down the mine in 2001, those funds were accumulated for Western Province. Not Teleforming, not other areas, but Western Province. And so we will check, Mr. Deputy Speaker, through you, the member, it is only fair when we look into Western Province, we leave no stone unturned in everything in totality. So when we go to the new 20 years, including MRDC, whether there's a need for them to maintain relations with MRDC or go on their own, like the Lihirs did, we leave no stone unturned. So the 20 years of extended OKTEDI life, OKTEDI and Western Province and surrounding areas get to know that they've truly hosted a world-class mine. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.